almost there. We're almost to Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, let's review the last Star Wars movie in our countdown before The Force Awakens. Return of the Jedi. We've been reviewing all the Star Wars movies, and this is the only one left before the big one. So Return of the Jedi was actually my favorite one as a kid. I really liked some of the action set pieces, and I actually liked the Ewoks. Now, I don't like the Ewoks nearly as much as I did as a kid, but then again, I don't have the sheer hatred that I know some fans do. It's aimed towards kids, so therefore kids are going to enjoy it. Don't hate the characters because it's made for kids, unless it's Jar Jar. Jar Jar is always okay to hate because he's not intended for anyone. Return of the Jedi picks up a couple months after Empire Strikes Back, if I believe. I never knew the exact timeline, but the rebels are trying to get their buddy Han Solo out of the clutches of notorious gangster Jabba the Hutt. Now Han owed a debt to Jabba that he really could not pay back, and so he becomes a Hansicle. And he just gets mounted onto a wall. That's a nice decor that Harrison Ford is. But Jabba was an interesting preliminary villain. Star Wars typically has those preliminary villains that are only in it for a little bit to set up some greater force. You got General Grievous, Count Dooku, even to a certain extent, I would say, Grand Moff Tarkin. They got this great line of introductory villains, and I thought Jabba was a great villain. All of the main characters in this film go through a major change from when we first saw them in A New Hope, which is really nice to see, from Han, Leia, and especially Luke. They're not the same characters that we know when we first met them in Episode 4. Han is still the smug smuggler, which is just fun to say. Smug smuggler, smug smuggler, smug smuggler. He's not that same guy. He's got a little bit more of a tender heart, but he's still got that core in him as he finally confesses his love to Leia, who's kind of the same character, but becomes more of an empowered character. In 4, she was the damsel that needed rescue, but ended up rescuing the guys more often than not. She's more or less leading the rebels. She's the one actively out there. Her and Han are fighting side by side. And then there's Chewie confiscating an AT-ST. It's a great ground battle that takes place on the forest moon of Endor. And they have some great chemistry to see how far they've come as characters from when we first met them in 4 all the way to 6. But by far the best character development is Luke. From where we've seen him in 4 all the way till now. He's not the whiny little brat that I called him in Episode 4. He's now a bona fide Star Wars legend. He's a Jedi master in Return of the Jedi. And I often wondered what happened to him between Episodes 5 and 6. 5, he was getting there. He was still a little shaky, but 6, he's a full-fledged Jedi. You don't want to mess with Luke in Return of the Jedi. Popular contrary belief, he is not evil in Force Awakens. You can put that in the books. I'm saying he's not evil. He is not evil. Didn't turn to the dark side. Why? Because he faced the greatest temptation he possibly could have in Return of the Jedi and still turned it down. If that didn't turn him to the dark side, nothing will. That temptation was obviously his father, Darth Vader. After the bombshell that was dropped in Empire Strikes Back that Darth Vader is Luke's father, he has this conflict of, well, what do I do now that my mortal enemy is my dad? It makes for an awkward Thanksgiving. He immediately has this mindset of, I need to save my father, whereas everyone else around him is saying, you need to destroy him, you need to destroy him, you need to destroy your father. But Luke's like, no, I can change him. I sense some good in him. And so he makes it this quest to save his father and basically appeal to the little bit of humanity there is left. Coincidentally, one of the few parts of Vader that is not mechanical is his heart. That just now dawns on me. He lost all of his appendages at one point or another, but his chest remained intact, so you know there's got to be some good guy in there at some point. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times, and my favorite fight is in Return of the Jedi, and that's the final fight between Luke and Darth Vader. It's not the best choreographed fight by any means. That's the one in Phantom Menace. That's really well choreographed. But this is more of, we've had 3 movies to develop the relationship between these two characters, and you can feel the tension with every swing of the lightsaber. And I mean swing. Luke is an ugly fighter in that fight. He's just hacking away, but that's because he's so angry. He's got this annoying Emperor telling him, do it, strike me down. That's a horrible Emperor, but I don't care. You got the Emperor just telling him, kill me, kill me, kill me, and your journey to the dark side will be complete. And you're just like, yeah, you should probably do that. And at a point, you can tell Luke is about to. He picks up his lightsaber and is about to hack the Emperor just right across the chest and be done with it. And Vader, of course, intercepts it. but you can feel with every swing of the lightsaber the tension that's been building and the conflict that's going on internally with both Vader and Luke, of Vader struggling with his inner turmoil and Luke more or less dabbling a little bit too close to the dark side. And then when he finally gets Vader down, chops off his dad's hand yet again. His dad has terrible luck with hands. Let's give him a hand for that, and a hand for really bad hand jokes. But he notices the symbolism of his own hand got cut. So does he really want to go down the same path of his father, the same path of destruction? And of course, in the dumbest part in the whole movie, Luke decides to throw away his lightsaber. Yes, I get that it's supposed to be symbolic, that I'm better than my father. I will not bow to the anger and the violence within myself that was in my father. But Luke, you put your lightsaber away. You don't throw it away. That way when the Emperor starts shooting you with electricity like he does, you at least have some form of a defense mechanism. You know, a lightsaber can do that, as Yoda showed us. But whatever. Wait, not Yoda. Obi-Wan, scratch that. I am wrong from time to time. So they have this great fight, and ultimately Vader saves his son out of compassion and love for his son that proves that he can be good once again. And no, he does not scream. I cannot watch Return of the Jedi on Blu-ray because, as I mentioned earlier, George Lucas likes to make some tweaks and some edits. And the one in Return of the Jedi at the end annoys me more than any other. Even Han shooting first. That one does very much annoy me, but the one in Return of the Jedi annoys me more. What I'm referring to is Vader saves Luke by picking up the Emperor and just throwing him down the chute. Goodbye, Emperor. In the original version, and any version that I grew up with, John Williams, the composer of Star Wars, had this beautiful score, and even though you cannot see Vader's face, the music tells the story, and you can see the turmoil without even seeing Vader's face. You can't see me. And so, in the Blu-ray version, George Lucas thought, you know what this scene is missing? Dialogue. Remember that no from Revenge of the Sith? Yep, that's in the Blu-ray version, for no apparent reason. And he just says it, and it makes no sense. It just spits on the score of the scene, and really just alleviates some of the tension that was building of, come on, Vader, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it! But no, it was okay. It made the scene go from amazing to, yay, Vader! Yay, you took all the steam. Now, this movie isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. You got those Ewoks somehow taking out military-level soldiers, even though they can't hit anything, with armor, and really? But overall, I love Return of the Jedi. It was one of my favorites as a kid. It doesn't hold that distinction anymore, but I absolutely love it, and I still, to this day, will give it a 9 out of 10, and I always thoroughly enjoy watching the inner turmoil and conflict between the characters, the great action and set pieces, and those amazing speeder bikes that they race around on Endor. That's a fantastic scene in and of itself. Well, what do you guys think of Return of the Jedi? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you've seen and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, or find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at 17 Movie Reviews. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals, and may the Force be with you.